who leaked Irungu Kangata's letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta, to the public and to the media? I want us to be very objective on this matter, because President Uhuru Kenyatta is not an ordinary Kenyan. He is the President of the Republic of Kenya. And Irungu Kangata's letter was not an open letter. It was specifically addressed to President Uhuru Kenyatta through Rafael Tuju. So the question is, who leaked the letter to the media? That's the first question. The second question should be, what was the objective of leaking this letter to the public? In this video, I want us to look further into the emerging details about Irungu Kangata's letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta. For those who've been following this matter, Irungu Kangata penned a bold letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And yesterday, that letter caused huge political storm in this country. Number one, 10 governors from the larger Mount Kenya region came out in their numbers to dismiss Irungu Kangata, especially the content of his letter. 10 governors. The governors were led by Francis Kimemia and Kiraitu Murungi. Number two, Junet Mohammed also responded to Irungu Kangata. And it was very clear that the BBI process is going to go on as planned. Junet Mohammed is the face of Raila Odinga. And then there was also the response from Francis Atwoli. Francis Atwoli, in my considered opinion, is the face of the deep state, the group of David Murade and the rest. Then there was a gentleman by the name Wambungu Munjiri, the member of parliament from Nyeri Township. I've always advised you guys here that anytime you want to read the mind of the deep state, then just look for Wambungu Munjiri. He also dismissed Irungu Kangata. In fact, it was very clear that they are going to revisit the issue of Irungu Kangata. But another political development happened yesterday. Moses Kuria, who is the Gatundu South Member of Parliament, shared a venue or a meeting, a funeral for that matter, with Irungu Kangata and with Sabina Chege. Moses Kuria updated about that meeting. Let me just read for you what Moses Kuria updated. I'm yet to get his speech during that event. But in my considered opinion, that event attended by Moses Kuria is significant, politically speaking. Because after that event is when Irungu Kangata came out to talk about the letter through a tweet and through a statement. Now, this is what Moses Kuria is saying. Today we attended the funeral service for the late Shushu Agnes Wanjiru Njigu in Kagari, Kigumo, Muranga County. The late Shushu Agnes was grandmother to Betty N. Maina, director at the Water Works Development Agency. Other colleagues present include Senate Majority Whip Irungu Kangata, Muranga Women Representative Sabina Chege, Gilgil MP Martha Wangare, and the People's Empowerment Party MCA-elect for Gaturi, Esther Muihaki. May Shushu rest in peace till we meet again. Now, that's Moses Kuria. And earlier, Moses Kuria had posted another photo of himself and Sabina Chege, sote pamoja with Sabina Chege. Now, that meeting is also significant, politically speaking, for me. Because I've always maintained on this platform that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is normally designed to achieve specific political objectives. But let us get back to the main question. Who leaked Irungu Kangata's letter to the public? And what was the objective of that move? Because from all indications, Irungu Kangata is now confused. I'm just trying to look for his response. Irungu Kangata is probably confused. There was a letter which was circulating. And in that letter, Irungu Kangata is disowning the initial letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta. And I've asked around whether this letter here by Irungu Kangata is fake or whether it is authentic. 90% of the people I've asked are telling me that the letter by Irungu Kangata is authentic. I don't have any ways of verifying, but this is what the letter is saying. Press statement for immediate release. Senator Kangata, all media houses. A letter dated 30th December 2020 is making rounds on social media and mainstream media, causing excitement in political circles. This letter, which has been attributed to myself, purport to advise President on matters BBI. It is my intention in this statement, it is my intention in this statement to promptly distance myself from the authorship of the letter as well as its content. From its authorship, I did not write that letter. I don't know whether this letter here is real or fake. So I don't want to dwell on that letter. But I want to go to another tweet by Irungu Kangata, because this is the official Twitter handle for Irungu Kangata, so that we can try to understand probably the motive of leaking this letter and who leaked it. Irungu Kangata is saying, because now this is authentic, this is his Twitter handle. Irungu Kangata is saying, kindly, though the letter dated 30th December is authentic, I didn't give it to the media. So he's saying the letter which was circulated is actually authentic. I want to go by this and note the initial statement. So Irungu Kangata is saying, kindly, though the letter dated 30th December is authentic, I didn't give it to the media. So his only problem is that he wrote a letter to the president, but did not give that letter to the media. But how did the media access the letter? He's continuing. Someone else who had been copied did. I apologize for that. Who could this be? If you followed and read Irungu Kangata's letter, it was addressed to President Uhuru Kenyatta and through the party. So from Irungu Kenyatta's own admission, he blind copied some other individuals this letter. And he believes that those individuals he blind copied are the guys who leaked this letter. The question is, if you are writing a letter to the president and again copying it to Rafael Tuju, why should you blind copy some other parties the same letter? And why should Irungu Kangata then now come and claim that probably That was not his intention. I want to disagree there. Irungu Kangata wanted to achieve objective, and he has achieved that objective. But who could this be? I've again talked to so many people, and they're telling me that the person who was copied this could be William Ruto. And if not William Ruto, then some of his handlers, like Dennis Itumbi. And this takes me to Irungu Kangata's past history. Anybody who followed the launch of the Building Bridges Initiative process, when the signatures were being handed over, Irungu Kangata was very excited on that day. And Irungu Kangata was singing the same song as those of allies of William Ruto. Let me just read for you a tweet on that day, which was on 27th November 2020. Irungu Kangata is saying, Kenyans should be worried today. It appears the country will be united behind the newly revised BBI bill. As leaders, let's embrace dialogue and unity on matters constitution. Behind every non-contested, remember, he's talking of non-contested political discourse, is a Kenyan life. So if you read that tweet by Irungu Kangata, it means Irungu Kangata always has a soft spot for Team Tanga Tanga. So the main reason why he did this letter, he copied these guys and blind copied, is that he's a double agent. He wants to please President Uhuru Kenyatta, he wants to please the Deputy President and his allies. And his tweet was continuing. Let me just read it. I apologize for that. With the benefit of hindsight, I should have copied no one else. But here, he copied these people. Anytime you copy somebody and you blind copy them, know that there's no secret there. And it's continuing, trust substantive issues raised in the letter will be remedied. So according to him, the content he raised were okay, but he hopes they will be addressed. What's your take up to that point? Who do you think leaked this letter? And what was the objectives? In my own conclusion, I think Irungu Kangata was talking, number one, Irungu Kangata was talking for a faction within Uhuru Kenyatta's circles. That's the reality. Irungu Kangata cannot wake up one morning and pen a letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta. In the president's circles, I'm 100% sure that there are factions. And in one of those factions, Irungu Kangata is in one of them. So this faction wants to catch the attention and the eye of the president and of William Ruto. So he's raising these issues. Number two, the other conclusion I'm coming to is that President Uhuru Kenyatta, as we speak today, doesn't have loyal foot soldiers from Central Kenya region. This can be attributed to the politics of 2017. In 2017, President Uhuru Kenyatta concentrated on his presidential bid. He forgot to tame and to take charge of the nominations within Jubilee Party in the larger Mount Kenya region. So by the time we were going to election and after the election, the president was left naked. Most of the members of parliament who were elected were now with the deputy president, William Ruto. In fact, if you take, for example, Irungu Kangata, the truth of the matter is that Ndindi Nyoro, who is a key ally of President Uhuru Kenyatta, is a very close friend of Irungu Kangata. He worked for Irungu Kangata as the CDF manager before going to Kiharu to contest. And remember, Irungu Kangata was previously the member of parliament for Kiharu. So it just exposes the truth that President Uhuru Kenyatta might not have true and honest foot soldiers in Central Kenya. And number three, I think Irungu Kangata could be plotting to join Team Tanga Tanga. He's now trying to create narratives and he's trying to create agendas. Because let's face it, Irungu Kangata is a member of parliament. Apart from being a member of parliament, Uhuru Kenyatta entrusted him with the leadership at the Senate. So which means whatever Irungu Kangata is trying to say here could be true, but he ought to have addressed them through any other forum. But he's now coming out as a populist politician who is actually advancing Tanga lines of thought, because we know Tanga are opposed to the Building Bridges Initiative process. And lastly, it's a fight against Karanja Kibicho. I can't reach Karanja Kibicho, and I don't know. But the truth of the matter is that Karanja Kibicho is being fought by the political class in the larger Mount Kenya region. Let us wait and see how the events are going to unfold. But for me, I'm still unable to understand the main objective. The main objective. Why someone had to leak Irungu Kangata's letter to the president. I want to hear your thoughts on that. And again, if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.